Sporting Club, and I'm here working out with Catherine.
Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Catherine. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well today, Barbara.
Good. Nice hot sunny day, isn't it?
Every day.
Perfect for a muscle conditioning workout.
Why not?
So again, we're going to do integrated muscle toning, and that means we're going to use different body parts at the same time. In other words, we're going to combine upper body with lower body movement. But I strongly encourage you that if it's too much for you, you can choose either one. If you like to do more lower body, then choose the lower body exercise, or just do the upper body exercise, okay? For the time being, you've got to warm up, so I just want you to take your heel front, down and up, 4 and 3 and 2. Now reach for the ceiling. Go. In, up and up. And we'll reach for those clouds. Way up. Yeah. Woo. 2 and 1. Now knees with a chest press in. And a general warm-up is always good whenever you're doing any kind of exercise, and that's to limber up the body to help prevent any injuries that may happen, particularly if your muscles are really tight. All right, now lunge to the side, give me a side lateral raise, out. Now we're sort of mocking some of the movements that we're going to do in the workout previously to the workout, and this is something that you can do if you're at the gym. Stand in the corner and do some of these moves, or just jump on a bicycle, that's fine. Or better yet, join us every morning. We do a different workout every morning, and I'll take you through all the paces. Now, touch back right here. Touch, stretch it out. Stretch through the fingers, through the shoulders, and through the toes. Here we go. 4 and 3. Again. 2 more. Perfect. You got it. Last one. All right. Now let's march it out. I think that's pretty good. So we're going to walk over and grab some handheld dumbbells or handheld weights. And the first exercise is both for the shoulders. So start with a shoulder press. You're going to lift and lower and lift. Now if you choose, the right leg comes up and you start with a little balancing maneuver, and then you extend your leg out and in. Breathe. Exhale. And what I want you to try to do each and every time is tighten up around the knee. In other words, extend your knee, don't lock it, but feel like you're taking the top portion of your thigh and pulling it right off your knee. Lift through your chest, and yet at the same time, drop your shoulders. Did you get all that, Catherine?
Got it. Another key element is to really pick a spot and stare at it. That way you can focus on which eye.
Perfect. You got it. That's it. All right, now take that leg down to the floor and hands to your sides. Bend, pull up. Bend and pull up. And this is a one-legged squat. And you want your heel of the right leg right next to the left toe. Not like this, not crossing over, but close enough that you can sit back into your left leg. We're working the left leg as well as your bicep muscle in the front of the arm. Now our weights aren't particularly heavy here, but if you've got different poundages at home, like 3s, 5s, 8s, 10s, yeah, you know, you can use anything at home.
Bottled water.
You know what? Honor that. We did that one year. That's it. Bottled water.
Have some sort of resistance.
Exactly. Okay. So last one. Take it up. Perfect. Let's go to the other side. Arms up and lift and lower. Now start up the arms first. Then lift your leg up and balance. Good. And get ready. And then extend. Bring it in and extend. And another thing you really should be doing on all occasions is tightening up that abdominal area, particularly around your belly button. Think about pulling the belly button right back to the spine. And that helps protect the lower back and the spinal column. It becomes like a Band-Aid around that area. And if you add the glutes in there, your butt muscles, with your abdominals, seriously, there's a sort of support system internally that will close in on the spine and protect it. And also, when you're doing that regularly, it strengthens up. Take it down. Okay. Bend, go down, pull it up, and down. Again, the heel is right next to the toe, and your toe is up, and all the weight right now is going into your right leg. So here's your move. We'll be right back with more muscle conditioning. Okay, standing nice and tall. We're going to do the back of the thigh now. So I want your hands overhead, your shoulders drop. Take your back leg back, your right leg back, and then you lift as you lower the arms. You got to think about this one. And this is working the back of the thigh. And you'll notice both Catherine and I have put on ankle weights. And these are particularly good ones because they allow us to increase or decrease the amount of weight inside them. They have these little lead things that you remove or place in. So they're really handy because they can go from anywhere from 1 pound up to 10 pounds, which is excellent because then you can start at a very light resistance and work your way up. Now, here particularly, you want to engage those abdominals so that your back isn't going way back like this. You have to work hard, too, in this position, don't you, Catherine?
Yes, you do.
Good. 2 more like this. Perfect. And last one. All right, now, we're going to just keep that leg back and take the arms down by the sides. Now, start with a high row with those dumbbells, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then all you're going to do is try to lift that leg up and down. So, again, you can choose not to do the 2 of them together. You have a choice here of either the arms or the leg movement, or both. And I'm losing my balance again. Here we go. And that's kind of the idea. What's that? Is to try to keep your balance. I keep looking at one of the key things to balance is to try to focus on one spot, and I keep turning my head, so that's part of my problem. Again, 4 more. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Good. Breathing out as you lift, breathing in. Last one. Good. Take it down. Let's go to the other side. And I'll show you a variation. You put your hands together on this one, Catherine, and then pull it up. So if you like, if you want a little more challenge even still, your elbows come apart like this. Take your hands apart, but allow the elbows to go in front of the face. A lot of people like to pull their arms way back here. It's really not necessary to do it that way, particularly if you find this exercise rather challenging. It's a little bit easier if you put the elbows a little bit more in front. And when your hands are apart, particularly try to keep the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder in line. In other words, you don't want those elbows way out here like this. Okay, draw them in. Draw your belly button to your spine. And 1 more. Good. Now take it down. Your left leg is back, and you can keep that right leg soft. Pull, release. Pull, and release. And again, these are integrated exercises because on a daily, well, just in daily life, we don't just use one body part at a time. We're always using legs and arms and abs and all kinds of things, all different body parts all together at once. So using weighted machinery, you know, strapping yourself into those is good for strength, but not necessarily daily life strength. This is what's called functional training, which just uses different body parts at the same time. Now, this particular movement, I'm not sure you would actually do this in life, but the idea is that you use your arms and legs at the same time. Now, 4 more of these. 4, and you get those buns in the back of the thighs working as well as the lower back, right? And the abs. Right. Good. Okay, take it down. Now, let's take the exercise tube. The exercise tube is a great tool. We'll start with the right hand. You want to take your hands inside handles if you have them. And please don't wrap the tube around your hand. That's just going to cut your circulation off. Just grab it here, just like that, and then very close, maybe about 2 inches, hold it from the shoulder and press out as you step out. Push. And tuck your belly in. This is for the back of the arm, your tricep muscle, as well as working the legs. You push and in. Good. Exhale. Inhale. And notice how I'm not letting the band snap back at me. You have to control the inward motion as well. We've got 8. In. 7. In. Push. And again. Push. Now 4 more on this side. Here we go. 4. And 3. 2 more. Good. 1 more time. And then we're switching to the other leg. So just don't even let go of the band. Just grab your hand. Good. Push out. There we go. In. There we go. And put your fist right into your shoulder girdle, right up here. And I want you to keep going with this. You've got 12 more. And we'll be right back with more muscle conditioning. and we're back. Last one, good. And put those bands behind your back. Now we're going to do a chest press with a forward lunge. Now with these bands, they've got to be really, really tight. It's not a slacky kind of bouncy type of thing. You have to grab the band right underneath the arms. Lift your elbows to the side and then forward lunge and back. Now notice the position of my elbows. They come back and you're at 90 degrees between the wrist, the shoulder, and the elbow. Most people want to do this. Okay, don't push from the underarm or the shoulder area, but rather let the arms come out and back, just like this. And you push. And this is great because it's a natural movement for both the arms and the legs, a forward movement, right?
Correct.
It's a little bit easier than trying to go opposing forces. One forward, one back, one up, one down. This is a little more natural. It's not necessarily easy, but a little more natural.
Right.
Go. 4, in, 3, in, 2, last one. Good. Now let's do the back. So you're going to take that band again. Same thing. Grab it in about the middle, just like this, so there's no bounce. Take your left leg back. We'll start with the right leg forward. And this is a split squat with a lat pull down. So we're working those big muscles in the back called your latissimus dorsi, along with your quadriceps, front and back of the thigh, and your buns. A lot of muscle groups working here. And technically, you really should pull that elbow behind you. Common mistake is the elbow and the hand is in front of the body like this. Pull way back. And try to imagine that muscle that's right under your shoulder blade in your back. It's a big muscle, and try to pull down with it. Good, last one. Now let's switch sides. Other foot in front. Same thing, you've got about 5 inches in there. And then it's pull down, up. And very, very tight in the tension. Notice how I don't let it bounce. There's no jiggle in there. You've got to keep it tight the whole time.
There's a lot of isolation.
Yeah, very much so.
Really focused
muscle group. That's right. And yet, at the same time, there's all kinds of things happening, like your legs and your arms are moving at the same time. You've got to contract your abdominals. You've got to give a big smile to the camera. So many things to think about. Pull down, up, pull down. Just 4 more, like this. 4, up, 3, again, 2, last one. Okay, I want to do the chest press again with a different leg so that you can see. So we're going to do basically the same thing. Wrap these little puppies around.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, backward lunge this time. Elbows out, and here we go. Step back. So all that's changed is the backward motion of the leg. And this is not too bad as far as opposing directions. Still feels pretty natural. Try to straighten out your arms each time you do this. Straight. Pull it back. Straight. And remember those abdominals all the time. One thing that happens is the back can go like this. You got to tighten up your belly so that your spine is well protected. Good. And back. Just 4 more like this. 4. In. 3. Again. 2. And last one. Good. All right. So now, we're going to do a side step with a low row, those latissimus dorsi again. You're going to go 1, in, 2, and in, and pull, release, and pull now to your left. Down. Now this isn't quite the same integrated exercise. We're doing 2 things in different times. So it's not quite the same, but that's because whenever you work the back, you have to bend over to get the resistance from the ground up. And if you study any kind of anatomy or biology or biomechanics, you'll understand why. It's just the force and the pull. Just trust me on this one. I don't think I want to go into that explanation today.
We'll save that for another show, shall we?
I don't know about that. I actually teach anatomy, and I find every year in biomechanics, and every year I find that I think I get the right cues to get people to understand it, and yet people can comprehend it quite differently each time. So I change my lessons quite often. Again, keep going. Down, up, down, and pull it back. 2, up, and down. And now this is going to be your move for the break, so I want you to do as many as you can. last one. Good, I hope you kept moving with that. Now put your tubing down, and you notice we have our ankle weights on again, so if you'd like to grab that right now and join us on the floor. We're going to do a combination side leg raise with a rotator cuff exercise. So take your bottom knee and put it out in front of you for balance. Take your elbow on your hip, and it's up and down. And now try your best to keep your wrists straight here. Commonly, people want to draw up their hands like this. But I want you to try to work that forearm just a little bit better, because your wrist is a very sensitive area and usually pretty weak. And if you work on a computer quite often, you'd be surprised at how doing resistance training can actually help strengthen up that area just by holding the dumbbell with a straight wrist. And this is great because it also gets the side leg and with this muscle right in here. And particularly for any kind of squash player or skater or somebody who does lateral side movements, that's a great exercise. So a tennis player could very much benefit from this particular exercise. Good, last one now. Let's go on to the other side. Even it up. Even it off. And we're very lucky today because these mats are pretty cool. Usually they're like fire to sit on, so we're very fortunate. Here we go. Up and down. Now again, wrist is straight, but the other cue is try not to lift your elbow off your hip, and don't move your upper body around as well. You have to use those abdominal muscles to hold you in place for this one. And when you're lifting the leg, just think of that muscle along the side of your hip and make it do all the work, and breathe as you lift. The worst thing you can do is hold your breath during any kind of resistance training. It can cause stars to appear in your eyes.
I tell my clients that all the time.
Yeah.
Just to remind them to inhale and exhale while they're training.
Exactly.
It's so important.
And they always forget that it's exhale on the exertion, inhale on sort of the relaxation. That's the hard one too. Okay, 4 more. And the rotator cuff, that shoulder girdle muscle, needs training consistently because it's the one that can get injured quite easily. Now we're not going to move from this side. We're actually going to stay here and do what's called a T-stand, and it's for the obliques and your hips as well, but we'll start with the opposite hip, and Catherine's going to stay on her knees with her knees bent, and I'll show you how to do it with your legs straight. Now you lift and lower. Now when you're starting out, you may want to keep your hand down, but one of the tricks to sort of firing up some muscle groups is just placing your hand exactly where you should feel it. And in this case, you should feel it right in here. This is your oblique muscle. Now, if you wanted a little more challenge, you can put your arm up, or you can put your arm in the hip. Either way is good. Now, we're going to just do 4 more because I realize these are pretty tough. 3 more. Up. Again, 2 more. Lift. And last one. Good. And you notice a big difference in doing something like that as opposed to just doing it with your upper body, because there's a lot more weight in your lower body working to create resistance against that muscle group. Ready? Ready. Here we go. Tuck your belly in too. Make sure your hips and spine are very flat. You don't want your butt going back like this. That can be pretty damaging on the lower lumbar area over time. So you want to try to make sure that everything is streamlined. Look down, tuck your belly in, and do the best you can to lift your hips up nice and high. Give me 8 more. Down. 7. Again. 6. Breathing out and in. Out and in. 4 more just like this. 4. In. 3. 2 more. Up. And last one. Perfect. Good. Take it down. Now let's go over and do the famous plank pose. So I'm going to go on my toes, and Catherine, you can stay on your knees for this one. Good. Drop your shoulders down, and we're going to hold it up. I'll take a look at my Esquire watch, and we'll time this for 30 seconds. Here we go. Up, up, here you go. Now with this one, level out your body so that I can put a T-service on it if I wanted to. Good, and feel your lower abs kick in by pulling the pelvis under and dropping the shoulders and breathing deeply. Good. Holding it there. Good. Breathe. Try to think about anything else but what you're doing right now and how much pain you're in. Good. Hang on. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take it down. Oh, and we're all done our workout, gang. So we'll see you again next time on the Caribbean Workout.
Bye from Barbados.